You're telling me you're going to stand by Gunna instead of NSG?
100. Okay, let's even start there.
Do you know who else is better than Gunna? Back in his prime, Young Bane. But you're not ready for that discussion yet.
Do you know what? I'm going to
come in. Wait. In
Hold
his
on.
prime.
Let's say you was to put a Rembrandt painting next to a Van Gogh painting. You can compare the art, but you don't say that, because off camera he just said he's Rembrandt. He doesn't even know. He tried to get away with it, but
After the diet, I just realised I did not know who I was. Families, especially African parents, would love to tell you've gained weight, you know. Sometimes I'm happy in my weight.
That stuff there gets me the maddest, because it's
I
like,
know.
you're not on this journey with me.
Yeah, I can order 2 large pizzas and finish them all by myself. We're lucky.
This one was getting onto me for finishing a one whole large pizza. So are you gonna have the same energy?
No, because what there was the difference is.
You're telling me you're going to stand by Gunna instead of NSG? That's a bit mad.
100. Okay, let's even start there.
Cool. Should we start there?
That's a bit mad.
Okay, before we even get into it, because we've got a guest on the show today, right? And they are due the proper introduction.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
You can do it.
What did I do?
That's all right. Sam, go on.
Guys, I
proceed.
just breathe. I actually just breathe.
So, ladies and gentlemen, today we've got a very special guest. We've got Mish J in the building.
Hi, guys.
And we're going to have a very serious conversation later on, but we're going to start on a lighter note, right? Before we get into it, introduce yourself, give the audience a little bit of backstory about yourself, and just let us know who you are.
Well, my name is Mish J.
Hi, Mish J.
Hi. That's my tag name anyway. But my actual name is Michelle.
Nice.
I'm a social media manager and influencing on the side. I say it with the quotations because I'm actually fed up with it.
Listen, we've spoken about this.
Yeah, I'm actually fed up with it. But yeah, that's a little bit about me.
What does your role consist of? So you say social media manager, right?
Yeah. So I'll take, for instance, if I was to do you guys, I would take your Instagram, your Twitter, your Snapchat, your TikTok. I'd create all of them. Then I would I would produce a campaign for you guys and say, going forward, let's look at your insights, see what male followers, female followers, you'll come with me with an objective. So for instance, you might say, I want to appear to American market. So therefore, my marketing strategy will make sure that you appear to the American market.
Okay.
Amazing. We might need to.
Do you know what? Because I know this guy so well.
Yeah.
Right now, he's thinking about his social. He's not thinking about
that.
the
Don't
pod.
do me like that. I'm for the team.
Do you know what? When I was looking at yours, if I'm being completely honest, I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
go
there's
on.
so much I would do. But I instantly do that. I need to hold myself back because I
That's
always.
good though.
Oh, no, I love it, man. I
That's
love it.
good. How did
Yeah.
you get into it? It's just something that you just.
Do you know what's so funny? I actually got into it by accident. I used to do it back in uni, but I did not know what it was. I was just helping a friend. She'd be like, oh, something's wrong. Like my socials are down, or I'm not getting as much female followers as I should be getting.
Right.
And I'm like, I'll just do this, it would work. And then one of my friends accidentally invited me to a video shoot.
Okay.
And when I was there, I met the manager and they do not know how to use TikTok. So then when we were there now, they're like, I was creating TikToks for them. And then one of them, they actually did post on his socials. But at that time, they were like, no, you got a talent. And then one of them, the manager then sat me down. I was like, listen, this is actually called social media managing. And I was like, what's that? Do you know what I mean? I didn't know what that was. But he broke it down to me. And then after that, I did my own research. Went on a few courses, learned as much as I could about it. Still learning.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what got me to it.
That's it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's it.
I love
It's
that.
It's literally by accident.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? It's an industry that I feel like you can never well, not never, but it's hard to be an expert in because of the fact that it's
Always
changing.
changing,
so often.
definitely,
It's adapting all
definitely.
the time.
100%.
There's new updates to the algorithms on every single platform. You got to
Listen,
keep up with all of them.
Instagram hates people. Like I'm convinced there's no algorithm. Like I've tried to follow it. I've tried to have people inside Instagram tell me what is the algorithm this week, but it's just so hard.
Yeah.
And even then, like you said, for instance, the way I'd market you guys and the way I'd market this brand I'm working with currently is completely different. Like right now we have a meeting with Vogue. But I wouldn't put you on Vogue. Vogue is not your audience yet.
It could be.
It could be, yeah.
I've got a Vogue look. You know, I can do the
Now
runways.
see you on Vogue, you know, you can be the new edition.
Exactly.
I
You
see
Did you say I
it,
could do the runways?
I could do the run. I've done a few runways before, bro. Don't get it twisted. You don't know a
Okay,
lot about me.
Sorry.
Come on, man.
Okay, we'll market to you too.
Come
Vogue,
on,
yeah.
come on. We'll have a chat. We'll have a chat off air because you know this year I told you I'm trying to get indifferent. No, that's sick though. That's honestly sick. I think it's good to know that. Obviously, you didn't study. Oh yeah, you say you studied that, but it's not something that you thought that was
you fell into it, right?
No, I fell into it. So I started doing courses after. Before I was doing law and American legal studies.
Why does everyone that jumps into something creative do law first? Because I did law.
Really?
Which is very mad.
Really? Did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed the criminal side, but I don't.
Okay.
What? Yeah, no, as in criminal law is exciting. Like when you read some of the cases, just like. How did you? Why did you? So
you're a dark guy.
No, but you know, fam, like Line of Duty and them things there, like that type of law excites me. But yeah, I just couldn't do it as a full career. Like after I studied.
Enough. I think I enjoyed contract more.
Okay.
I loved contract law. Like I liked to know that I could just trap you.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, I give you the bill. It's like, I didn't see the 1K. Will you see it? I'm joking.
You need to get a contract for this then.
No, I'm joking. But I think contract law and actually studying what do you call it? People on death row was actually quite interesting at one point. Yeah, that was quite interesting.
Lord, you know what? It's funny, right? And obviously, to you guys who studied it, this is gonna sound stupid, but when I watch Suits,
oh no, it always starts somewhere.
There's something about law that is just, it's so, what's the word I'm looking for? Sophisticated and kind of, it's intriguing.
Yeah.
Because you know nothing about. I know nothing about it.
Yeah.
So when I watch something like Suits, and I'm like, this is what happens on a daily basis, and I watch YouTube videos of people saying Suits is not realistic and it's not representative, but it's still cool. You know what I'm saying? Like what you're saying about contracts and locking people in, and I do hear it. But
just for client, I've never done it to a client. Just before they start calling me, I've never done it.
I'm even interested we'll talk off air, but I'm interested to know what you do with our socials. Because you said when you looked at our socials straight away, you saw potential. You saw, this is what I do. I'd be interested to know. Don't, because I don't shut up. So once I'm there, I'll have a whole paragraph, have a PowerPoint. I'll be getting my notes out.
That's a good word. And to be honest, we need that because sometimes the social side of things that I mainly control. Most of the platforms, Sav, he's not really.
He's capping, but
he's not very forward with, activity. He's not really doesn't know how to follow trends. He's not on Twitter.
Okay.
Not really on TikTok as well. So it's like I have to really carry the load.
You're really carrying it. I can feel it. I can feel the pressure.
Yeah, so if you could speak to him after, would be great.
It would be my pleasure, man. It would be my pleasure.
Cool, no. If that's how we're gonna do it, because we can do that.
Because now we're gonna talk about the music stuff, and you lot are gonna be doing the nonsense.
Yeah, because off camera, no, it's not nonsense. Stop that. Off camera, before we even
say both names as well, though.
Stop it, right? Before we even pressed record, we were talking about Gunna, right? Obviously, he recently released.
Great album, solid piece of work.
Are we being?
That is.
Okay.
No, it's a solid. It's solid. Yeah, the features were quality.
Okay, but wait, because what you just said is two different things. There's a great album and there's a solid album. Which one is it?
Are you being serious?
Yeah, because
it's both.
No. How can you say that, bro? Let me ask you a question. Do you think that album will be remembered in 10 years' time as a great album?
In 10 years' time, I think it will definitely be what. But I think he's gonna get better. So it's like as he gets better, it might go into one of like his top 10. But that's because the next 10 years, he's going to keep producing because that's what he's done. When you see the bodies of work that he's producing, he's getting better. The beats that he's using, the features, the songs. Bro, pushing P. I'm pushing P.
Do you know what I feel like is happening right now in rap especially and hip-hop? I feel like a lot of them are creating trends, and that's what gets the hype. Pushing P was a very good marketing scheme.
But he didn't know that was going to be the song that was going to blow, though.
No.
Are you alright, bro?
He did.
Yeah.
He 100% did.
Do you understand why?
Listen, I feel like
he's got a track on that. Yeah, what's it called? With Future, I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, is it Too Easy? One of those tracks. He put it on the album twice. Yeah, with the original with Future, and then he done another with Roddy Ricch. That was the song that they thought was gonna be the hit. They didn't think that Pushing P and everyone was gonna be holding their P's up.
How do you know that? Bro,
How do you
was
know
you in their
that?
marketing team?
I feel like you don't. And even if they didn't, they've now seen, okay, this has actually become a trend. Now all of a sudden he's got Pharrell and something standing next to each other. They know what they're doing. And if you don't know,
They know.
a lot of them actually pay people to
Facts.
make it a trend. Like if I wanted to, I can pay people to tweet about certain things,
1,000,000%.
and then now it's trending. How do you think people trend?
I can understand.
Do you think
that,
some of these
but
people are just
Gunna
trending
is-
just because they can?
Honestly, Gunna, he's the type of artist that he's not the type that we were talking about, Swams and them, man, that are looking for a TikTok song or a TikTok moment. He's not that type of artist.
Wait,
No,
hold on.
that's
he's
not
just
what we
creating.
said.
He no, but you're
I
making
said
it seem
he
like.
no. I
Of
said
course
no.
he's
The
got-
only
he's-
thing I've
Of course,
said.
he's got a marketing team. Of course, he has
Yeah.
people to help push the
As he
image.
should,
And
as he should,
exactly.
yeah.
But that doesn't come or happen without the body of work being quality, and that's what
No,
this
it
body is.
doesn't.
Because
Because
he's
if we're
had
talking
an
about-
album before this, yeah, that wasn't that great compared to this one. So he definitely saw the reaction to that. Went into the studio, spoke to Fargo a few times, stepped it up. Artwork brazy,
I
features
have to
brazy,
disagree.
soundtracks brazy. You lot tried to say that NSG is better than Gunna.
NSG is
That
better
is-
than Gunna, and I will stand
that
by
is
it.
nuts.
I will stand by it.
I love
I will
NSG.
stand by it.
And don't get
I
twisted,
will
I love
stand by.
them.
And do you know
but-
who? Do you know who else is better than Gunna? Back in his prime, Young Bane. But you're not ready for that discussion yet.
Do you know what? I'm gonna
Sam,
come
in his
in.
prime.
Hold
In
on,
his
hold on.
prime.
I'm gonna
In
come
his
in.
prime.
I'm gonna come in as the
In his
mediator.
prime?
I'm gonna come in
In
as the
his
mediator.
prime.
Was he drip season 3? God, Bane has never.
Look at this guy's head about to explode.
I'm actually gonna get mad. Like, I
No,
need to
but
calm
you,
down.
okay, hear me out. You talked about what do you call it? You were saying, oh, the quality obviously is what made it easy to market. But then you also mentioned, and you kind of contradicted yourself when you said, oh, Swams. Swams knows the trends the same way Tion Wayne knows the trends. Do you get what I'm trying to say? What's his note? Russ is a very good example on TikTok. You know, he knows how to get himself go viral. RV, Central C, all of them. Do you get what I'm trying to say? You don't have to have quality work to actually trend and to have a good marketing.
UK.
No, everywhere. Look at City Girls. More time over. What's her name? JT carries the whole group.
Yeah.
Young Miami, she's amazing. Please, I love you. I love you, but I prefer JT when she raps than Young Miami. Is it? Yeah.
Okay.
So more time over, it's not about quality. Sometimes it's just about a great marketing campaign.
Okay.
If you don't think that Pushin P was at the forefront of their plans when it came to dropping the album, then you're mad. And the reason I say that is, and also just to clarify one thing.
Wait, so you're saying
Hold
Young
on,
Bane's better than
Hold on, wait.
and NSG?
Are you gonna let me clarify?
I just want you to answer that.
Yeah, but let me clarify. I don't even think you can compare the two. I don't
Why?
think because they're two very different genres of music.
Fair enough.
Right? NSG, like you said off camera, they make more Afrobeats type music. Has Gunna ever made an Afrobeat tune? Probably not in his whole life. So how are you gonna compare the two? Gunna makes
Young
trap
Bane.
hip hop. Huh?
Young Bane.
What about him? Same thing, he's Afro
Nah,
swing.
he's
Okay.
Afro swing, yeah.
Okay, this is very interesting. I don't really want
But
to
wait,
talk
hold
about
on.
this anymore.
Wait. Are you actually trying to say that Young Bane and Gunna make the same music, bro?
It's not about making the same music. You can compare their art, bro. You can compare their
Of
art.
course,
I
okay,
don't think
I don't
you
think
can.
okay, but
I don't
okay,
think. I see where you're
genuinely
coming
can.
from.
Let's talk directly about art. Let's say you was to put a Rembrandt painting next to a Van Gogh painting. You can compare the art, but you don't say that because off camera he just said he's Rembrandt. He doesn't even know. He tried to get away with it, but he tried to get away with it.
Don't do me like that.
Okay, Van Gogh and
GCSEs.
Picasso.
Okay, yeah.
Two very different styles.
Why do you know Rembrandt?
I told you I'm an educated
but
He's
brother.
educated.
Do you know Rembrandt?
Yeah, I do actually.
I swear.
Yeah.
Now
Mad.
you feel silly.
Mad. I need to see what.
Do you ever
what
go art
Rembrandt's on.
galleries or just look at art?
No, but I'm going to this year. I want to be
Yeah.
a bit
Highly
more arty.
recommend it. It's actually quite good.
Yeah. Pat is proper. As I was trying to say, you look at the two different styles of art, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm.
And one might be for you and the other might not be. Yeah. You look at a Picasso and you're like, I really like that. And you might look at a Van Gogh and think, I don't really like that. Does that mean that one art is less good than the other? No, it's just that style suits you better. You prefer it. Now, that is like a direct comparison to this Young Bane and Gunna thing. Because I don't think that you can even compare them as artists.
Okay, hear me out. Drake over Gunna, though.
Yeah, we can have that.
Okay, thank you.
We can have that.
Then that's fine.
We
We're
can have
good.
that. But
We're good.
I'm very interested to know what people think about this, and I'm not gonna carry on because
Can I
this
just
doesn't need to
leave
be
on a final point
Yeah.
that I am not saying that I hate Gunna.
No, you basically said that.
No,
see,
no,
look at
I
how
never said
you're so
that.
dramatic.
I never
No,
you.
it's what she said.
So you sounds like them girlfriend. It's not how you say
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not what you said. It's how you said it. Do you know what I mean?
You did say the way
You
was
hurt
talking
my
about
feelings.
him.
I'm
the
sorry.
The way you was talking about him.
I
very,
apologize.
You know, you don't have to apologize to me. I'm gonna listen
No,
to
you
him
seem a
regardless.
bit.
Gunna,
You seem
if
a
he
bit
sees
hurt.
this,
Okay.
then
Mish, what you have to understand about this guy is in his head, this guy's friends with these people. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he is actually their brethren.
because I've seen them come up, bro. So I've been there from the beginning. When you see me on them in Paris with Gunna pushing peas,
Oh,
yeah,
God. Do you
don't
know
come to me and say, "Oh, bring me in." You lot aren't coming. You can chill
Actually,
with
you know
the
who
young
I
babes
prefer
and
more
that.
than Gunna? Lil Baby.
We're not doing that.
Yeah, sorry.
We're not doing that.
Sorry, that's just
Because
my preference.
I'm just
Like
gonna
Little
say Gunna
Baby,
as well.
but like back in his first one, I can't remember.
See,
Fast
it's always back in. It's always back in. But Gunna is the now.
No, Gunna is not the. Okay, we'll agree to disagree. Actually,
Let's
he's the
move
same flow
on.
all the time,
No,
just
he's not.
different lyrics.
Let's
but it's
move
fine,
on. It's
fine.
not.
Different bass.
You're not
different
taking them in
tempo.
properly.
Okay,
You're not
okay.
taking him in properly.
Okay, you know,
You're
I
not
have.
taking him- you're not.
I've sat there and I've decided no,
Not
he's
properly.
Not for me.
You know
Maybe you
what?
need to be in a calm environment.
Mish is already my favorite guest of all time because she's
Oh,
put
thank
you
you
on the
very much.
ropes.
Well, no.
She's put you on the
She's
ropes.
just proven.
Look at you,
that
you're holding yourself
she's
like
just
this.
proven.
You're
She's just
panicking.
proven. Listen, she's just proven that her choice of music is not good enough.
Okay, all
And
right.
that's it.
Okay.
And that's it. And
Yeah, I
it's,
feel
it's
like
fine.
we've come to our conclusion of that one.
Yes,
there.
we have.
We're not going to progress anymore on that one. But we do have a very interesting topic and
Yeah.
actually one that we've never spoken too much about in depth on this podcast, I don't think.
No.
We've touched on it like briefly and slightly.
In the first few episodes. I
First couple
Yeah.
episodes.
Okay.
But Mish actually DM'd us and said, I want to talk to you guys about this. So
Yeah.
do you want to introduce what it is that you wanted to talk about? Because it's something that I feel is going to resonate with a lot of people.
Yeah, no, definitely. I feel like
In fact, before you do that, just
Yeah.
pull the mic down a little bit because I know it's definitely covering your face right now and the audience want to
Okay.
see ya.
oh, hi. But yeah, no, you know what? It's something I've noticed that's just not been spoken about, you know. And I thought I can only share my own experience. You know, I'm not coming here to say I'm a nutritionist, I'm a doctor. I'm just saying, listen, this isn't how I think we should be going on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, for instance, I've struggled for a long time with body dysmorphia. If you don't know what it is, it's honestly just not knowing what you look like in person. And in the mirror, it could be from you don't know how you see yourself today. And even your body, you don't actually see what other people see. So even if you're telling me, oh, you're fine, you're pretty, which you think will help me, it makes it worse, you know. And what I found anyways, within that and within my own insecurities, it kind of put me into a bubble where I honestly couldn't go out. I couldn't see my friends. And I know I'm a pretty girl now, you know, and I think I still do.
Come on.
You
Come on,
know,
say it.
you know.
Come on.
My mum didn't give bad genes, but
Come on.
when I say it literally crippled me, and when it started to cripple me seriously, because I feel like as a girl you're always insecure, you know, there's little things that just pick at you as you grow up. But
As anyone, I think. A guy or a girl.
guy or
But
girl,
yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
But I think when it hit me was when I started dieting, because obviously I dieted, I did the diet, lost an extreme amount of weight, and then after the diet I just realized I did not know who I was, because I was so used to seeing, not in quotations, but big Michelle, do you know what I mean? The bigger version of me, and now she's a bit slimmer, but it's like you'd think I'd be happy with that, but I wasn't, because I genuinely, I literally felt lost in, and it was like you hear people say congratulations and you know you did so well, and I felt like I know I did well, but what I was seeing in the mirror was still the big Michelle. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So trying to get past her and trying to see what was actually in front of me was took some time actually. And I feel like as much as I love going on a diet, and I do recommend, you know, before you go on it, like check your mental, you know, what are the reasons you're doing it? Don't do it because a boyfriend's telling you to do it. Don't do it because your family is telling you you're fat. Families, especially African parents, will love to tell you you've gained weight, you know. Sometimes I'm happy in my weight. Do you know what I mean?
No word.
I'm actually just happy.
So much detail. Look away.
Listen,
Or you
Caribbean
have
as
them
well.
friends where they're like, hey, yo, you need to go back to the gym, you know what I mean?
You know that stuff there gets me the maddest because it's
I
like,
know.
you're not on this journey with me. Leave me alone.
But it's facts. And you know what's funny, right? I feel like it can also happen in a reverse way, in the same facet of, okay, for example, we've spoken about this before where, let's say you fall ill, right? And you lose a whole heap of weight. You're used to looking a certain way. You're used to being more muscular than you might have been before.
Yeah.
And then you're mager or you're
skinny.
And man, them are like, rah, bro, you look kind of looking skinny, bro. And it's like you don't think about what those words, like the other day, imagine I had COVID, right?
Yeah.
And when I had it in July, I had it quite bad. Yeah. I was in bed for the first 3 days, couldn't move at all, was barely eating, and I lost a lot of weight. And I remember the first gym session I went back, I bucked my brethren in there, and I specifically didn't want to go with anyone. I didn't want to see nobody in there. I'm just going because I know that when I pick up a weight that I'm used to picking up, it's going to feel like a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've gone in there. I've seen my brethren. He's like, what happened to you, bro? I'm like, see, that's the worst thing I wanted. I couldn't.
You didn't want to hear it.
Do you know what I'm saying?
That's literally what I was talking about.
Yeah.
All my friends were like, oh, like you've lost so much weight. Like, why are you not happy? I was like, I'm not happy. Do you know what I mean? Because it's not where you want to be, you know?
Yeah.
And obviously everyone has their own image of themselves that they feel like is the perfect image. But sometimes where you are is actually okay. Do you know what I mean? It's just part of a journey. And I feel like accepting that will make it much more easier for you to accept yourself as a whole and know that your body is just flesh, you know? It's not actually who you are inside. I know that sounds so corny.
No, it makes sense.
You know?
It's real.
So what was something that you did in order to move past that?
Oh, definitely therapy. I definitely recommend. There's different types of therapy that will suit different people, but I recommend the cognitive therapy, which basically looks at a holistic approach. So it doesn't look just it looks at my work, what I do for work, my friends, my family, my background, or even my dietary requirements as well. And when I went to therapy, I realized there was so much more into how I got there that I kind of skipped past, because I always thought it was just the diet, you know, that probably got me where I was then. But then there's a lot of family stuff that happened, and then I feel like I definitely recommend it, you know, going to therapy first. Once you're at therapy, I feel like it gets easier to cope, or even talking about it. And if you don't feel like therapy's for you, or you might not be able to afford therapy, I definitely say recommend talking to a friend, you know, someone with open ears and open heart, you know, no judgment zone.
Well, okay. Starting from the beginning, almost the initial stage, what was it that made you want to lose the weight in the first place? Because I feel like that can change person to person. Obviously nowadays with social media and the pressures that are put on women, I feel like there are pressures on men, but there's way more pressures on women, in my opinion. And it's just,
it's too much.
It's way too much.
It is a lot.
It's
like, keep your hair done, keep your nails done. You can't be too thick, but you also can't be too slim as well, you know? And you have to have a nice bum, but don't have too much bum, do you know what I mean? Or if for someone there's no such thing. But honestly, the standards, I feel that's why I was saying that you have to look at who you feel like is your best self and work towards that. Because where I went wrong was I had images on Instagram that I wanted to look like, you know, the BBL girls, you know. I love I can't look like a BBL girl, you know, that's not my body shape, you know. It's actually going to a doctor. You have to literally go there to get it. But for me, it was like I was putting myself to unrealistic standards, you know, and always wanting to be like the skinny girls next to me. A lot of my friends were quite skinny at the time. So I was the fat friend, in quote, to me anyway, you know, not to them. They would never say that. But to me, I felt like that was who I was, you know. So I definitely think like that contributed a lot to starting it. But when I said I needed to lose weight was more or less after it started to affect my health, because I started huffing puffing the stairs and I couldn't make them up. So, you know, quarantine. Yo, guys, when I say I ordered like listen, I can't say.
But that period was difficult for a lot of people.
That period
so
was
it's
bad.
Like I can understand why, like, we was locked down.
It was literally locked down. No, but I took the piss. You know, Domino's?
Yeah,
I can order 2 large pizzas and finish them all by myself. We're lucky.
Wait, hold on. Because
I can't even do that.
No, wait. Because the other week, even last week, this one was getting onto me
for finishing the whole pizza.
For finishing a one whole large pizza. So are you gonna have the same energy?
No. Because what there was the difference is.
What's the difference?
What you were experiencing. You just wanted to finish.
Why are you stuttering, bro?
You just wanted to finish your food fast.
No,
you did.
Oh, you're eating quite fast.
No,
you do not want to watch me eat as well.
You
don't want to watch me eat.
No, that is wild though.
Okay, so,
I don't think I could do that.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. But was that a thing of? Was it for comfort? Was you doing it because you just wanted to? That was what made you feel good at the time.
100%. Like I said, looking back when I did go to therapy, there was a lot of things going on at home and in my own personal life, and I was using food as a way to almost escape, you know, and in an unhealthy way. You know, I wasn't actually saying to myself, "Hey, Michelle, you know, you feel sad." No, my brain was like, "We feel sad." Automatically order food, you know. It wasn't even like I even talked to myself and said, "Oh, you know what, this has upset me today." It wasn't even like I was talking to my friends. Most of the time, you know, I was happy, you know. If you looking back at it, my friends were like, we didn't know that was going on, and a lot of the time you don't, you know, because it's a mental battle. It's not like it's physical. Like if I have a spot, you're gonna see I have a spot. If you have, no offense, but if you have COVID, you know, there are certain symptoms you can see. But with body dysmorphia and all these other depression, anxiety, you can't see these things. And I can't lie, I was very good at masking it, and I think that that's what got me to the way I was. Because if my mum was like, "Oh, don't you think you're ordering too much?" I'd be like, "Oh no, mum, this is stressing me out." And I was able to sugarcoat it to the extent where she didn't even notice it, you know. But no.
So when you started going on your gym journey, was that something that you shared on your social media? Or was it like a journey that you was Do you know doing?
What? That was definitely private. I feel like I only shared my journey after it was done, when I was at a more comfortable point. And even then, I wasn't at the weight I wanted to be at, but I was like, no, I'm comfortable now, you know. I feel like if I lose any more, it's going to look too drastic, you know. But I shared it afterwards. I think there was too much sweat to be shown it. A wig one place. I don't know if you've ever tried the Chloe Ting workout.
Yeah, I've tried it.
Yeah, now that girl's evil, man. That girl's evil.
Is it?
Nah, in 2 weeks, you be patterned.
It took me a month, I think, to really pattern my body. And after that, it was more toning and kind of sculpting in that sense to make it look like the body I wanted it to look like.
Oh, that's really good. The reason I asked about going on a journey, because I know that, like you were saying, the pressures of your friends and people seeing you and saying stuff like that. So like when you originally put it out, like this was the way I was at, this is where I am now, I still want to go here. The reaction, obviously you always get people saying, well done, like you're doing bits. Was there anything that ever made you think like, maybe I shouldn't have shared this?
Do you know what? There was one time, I hate Twitter, man. One time I posted, one of the waist trainers I was using at the time was from a friend of mine's company. You know when you're not friends, but you're Twitter friends?
Cool.
It was just so cool. And I remember saying to her, "Oh, I really like this waist trainer. Do you mind if I collab with you?" She was like, "Yeah, sure, that's fine." So obviously I wanted to share that this was the waist trainer that I used, you know, because a lot of people were asking at the time, "Oh, what were you using?" So I shared it. And all of a sudden, when I say I was receiving death threats, I promise you, I was literally...
Why?
People were saying she's lying, she had surgery. And obviously, I have quite huge boobs. So obviously, my body looks accentuated, you know? I understand it, but I promise you, I haven't seen a surgeon. And if I have, I will own it. Do you know what I mean? Because that was a lot of money. Everyone's going to know I've got money. Do you know what I mean? I've got money to splash on my body, you know? But I think that time it was like they just kept coming through, and even on my Instagram there was one guy, I don't know who he was, but I'll delete his comment, he'll re-comment again, he was like, "Don't delete," and he was horrible, and he kept, even after I'd posted my journey, I would post other pictures and he'll come back and he was like, "Don't listen to her, she's fake. And I'm just thinking, listen, I'm a small account, okay? There's Kim K's you need to go at, you know, like, I don't understand.
People are strange, you know?
People are really strange. I feel like that's when I was like, I shared that from a good place in my heart, like that. I was
help people.
not even that. I was also very proud of myself, and I feel like if you look at the behind the scenes, like like I said, I was struggling with it quite a lot. So to me, to get to a place where I'm not only at a good health with my health, and also my confidence is back, you know, where I can share my journey, and for you to now come and question it, that's a lot of entitlement. And I feel like social media has given people a platform to feel entitled to people's life. I put the story out there, but at the same time, I don't think I deserved to get death threats or be told that if I'm telling you the truth, it's the truth. And even if it's a lie, leave it there. You know what I mean? Let it be my lie.
I find it so mad when people do stuff like that, because it's like, what are you gaining from it?
But remember that show? I need to actually remember what it was called, but the Netflix one where there was a woman that was behind a social account, and she basically, someone died because of trolling.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, but it's genuinely the person behind the phone could be so miserable that it's like
it's mental health issues.
They want someone to feel as bad as they feel at that moment, and it's like they might know as soon as you deleted that first comment, they're in your head. So they've seen that, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna comment because I know she sees this, and I know it's gonna get to her.
No, I think that's literally what happened. But I'm on the phone to a friend Ad at the time, and he was also my manager then, and I remember just saying to him like, I don't know what to do. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because he was the one that encouraged me, because he saw it and he was like, no, Mish, like, be proud of yourself. But I was like, no, clearly it's not working. Do you get what I'm trying to say? This is not what I wanted. And like I said, Twitter can be very ruthless, you know. A lot of them were making memes, putting memes, and then like saying, oh, can she even breathe in that? And I'm just like, genuinely...
Twitter is sick.
And you was getting on to me for not having it. This is why I don't have Twitter.
I'm on Twitter, but I only... Football Twitter, it can get a bit feisty.
No, you know what?
It's not
football
bad.
Twitter are on my comments. But
that's what I'm saying. As soon as you infiltrate that scene, but on a different topic, because I only talk about football. But if they're talking about your life, you put something. You think I'm ever gonna put a picture of myself or anything? Because I know it can get peak.
I can't.
You will smile and they'll zoom into your tooth. And say, what's that?
Yeah. I'm not involved with Twitter, bro. Like, I'm not involved. Them platforms there, you've got to be perfect.
Yeah.
Otherwise, people, and I can't. No one's perfect. So how you gonna?
God forbid you have insecurity. Like, God forbid, you know, you have flaws.
How does that help? Like, in terms of that. So obviously that guy was there. Is he still there, or is you just blocked him?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't check my comments anymore.
Okay.
That's probably the best way to go about it.
Do you feel like, because it's interesting, because obviously the field that we work in, we always get people commenting on the way we talk. Look, if they don't agree with our stuff and that. Sometimes I look at the comments, and there's been moments where I've been upset. It's like, come on, man, I'm just doing my job. You know what I mean? But it's like, I feel like if I don't allow myself to get over that and understand that it's people out there they're not gonna like you. They're not gonna like this. They're not gonna. There's people that just not gonna be on what you're doing. But at the same time, if you allow yourself, this is just my thinking. If you allow yourself to almost say, no, I'm not going to look at the comments because of that one person or that two person, and not overlooking all the good comments you get as well, because there's definitely people that support what you
100%,
find motivation, that love it. It's like, I just feel like you should just look past it or block them, because I'm a blocker.
No, I hear it, but do you know what the problem is though? It's like, I look at it like a balloon. You can have 100 comments and they're pumping up your balloon. Yeah, that one comment negative will come and pop it, and that one balloon will ruin your whole that one pin will ruin your entire day, because it's just one negative comment. Because the one negative one hits harder when you create the truth in your head. I feel like some people, they know that it's cap, but because somebody has said it, now it becomes the truth. Like, I got posted the other day on this meme page.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I hate meme pages, man.
Right. I got posted in this meme page. I did an interview for some radio station, and the meme page posted me up, and in the comments, I had basically spoken about how... why are you laughing? I'd basically spoken about how I was never going to preferably be with a woman who thought that however many followers I've got was a big deal, right? Like, I don't want to be with somebody who just looks at, he's got this many followers, he must be a good guy, or he must be I want to be with that guy.
Okay. Like, as in, like, you're almost to say
like following the
clout.
clout kind of thing, right? And then there was somebody in the comment section who was like, I can't remember exactly verbatim, but it was something like, well, what woman would go with this silly guy anyway, right? But here's the thing, it's not that deep, right?
Yeah.
But I know for somebody with less thick skin, that would be, like, what do you mean silly guy?
Yeah.
But I've had those comments for like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to me anymore.
Yeah.
But for somebody who's just starting out, like imagine that was the first ever interview I did.
Yeah.
That would have been playing on my mind. Like, why did you think I was silly? And do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
But I'm sure for you as well, because I've seen your followers. You've got a lot of followers, right?
Yeah.
You must get it a lot more than the average person.
You know what? It's like a mix. I feel like they pick and choose when they want to hate me. Do you know, like there's some posts.
Depends on if it's a Sunday or
Thursday. It's a
Thursday.
Sunday, Monday. Sometimes they're quiet, and then
Yeah.
there'll be a day where I post and then just don't like it, you know. And normally it tends to be, I think because they're shocked that I'd have that confidence, you know.
Right.
I think I genuinely, my body is very eccentric, and I do understand that, but I love it, and I've grown to love it, and like I said, I've struggled to get to this stage. So now I'm at a place where I've accepted it. So for them, I think it's, like you said, it's a place of insecurity at the end of the day, you know. These people want to be like you, I believe anyway, you know, or they want something.
The confidence.
That's
they
what
want
it is. 100%.
That's what it is really. Like what you done, showing your journey, the journey that you went on. It takes a lot of strength to not just go on that journey, but to also be vulnerable to a point where you're actually saying, look world,
to the public.
This is what I went through.
It's brave.
This is where I am now. I'm not where I want to be, but this is the journey I'm going on. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's
and
really
I'm always very transparent with them, because I said, listen, I will still go back and eat McDonald's, you know. Please do not say like I've now on some nutrition wave and I'm eating salads for breakfast. Like, I honestly have been so transparent with everything, and also the fact that I've struggled with it, you know, afterwards, because I always say it's not all well losing the weight, but no one actually tells you afterwards, you know, how to deal with that new body now, you know. You're not the person you were before, and that's okay, you know. It's a different stage.
Have you ever you were talking about surgery, right? Have you ever been made to feel by reactions to your body? Have you ever been made to feel like, oh, maybe I should get a reduction, or maybe you have? Yeah
1000. Before lockdown, I was honestly online typing, and I was like, I'm gonna go and get a reduction.
So what made you decide against it?
Honestly, I think I grew closer to God, I think, at that point. You know, it was more of a spiritual journey for me, you know.
Yeah.
I think I just said, you know, you are made in his image, but also I think the more he told me, the more I loved him, the more I couldn't help but love myself. I think when I was pouring out to him,
I love that. I love that. Honestly,
I think the more I was pouring onto him, he just poured onto me. And I promise you, I can't, even now, I think some girl messaged me the other day, and she was like, oh, but how did you grow? Because she has the same boobs as mine. Right. And she's like, how did you grow to love them? Like, where do you find your outfits? Like, how do you even go out? Yeah. And I just said, you know what? Yeah, if you focus on just him, and just tell him your worries. Like, if you said, at that time, I just said, listen, I want to love myself. Like, that's all I want. Forget everything else. My life was falling apart. I was broke. Do you know what I mean? I was like, listen, let me just find myself first. And once I found myself, I'll be able to go and conquer whatever it is. Because I feel like if I tried to go work, or I tried to be even with my family, or go out with my friends, you know, like, I'll be that one Debbie Downer, and I don't want to be like that, and I don't want to fake my confidence. I actually want to feel it. Obviously, it's not a permanent thing, you know. Some days you have off days. But I think that's when I said, as long as I'm closer to God, I feel like I'm better.
That's honestly amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
Beautiful.
and I think that's a good way to think about it, to be honest. But for people that don't have that mindset or aren't religious, because obviously like you said, you was looking at Instagram and you were seeing the BBL pages, you were seeing the girls, and it's like, that is what you wanted or thought you wanted. So for someone that might be struggling with that, or they're seeing it,
what would I recommend?
Like what would you say they should do?
Do you know what? Start a diary. You know, I definitely think start a diary. You know, once you see and visualize, you can actually see your thoughts. You can actually see sometimes how toxic or how positive you are. But honestly, get to know yourself. Read it as if it's like a Bible, almost. Oh, God forgive me, but you know. But honestly, like, read it as if, like, you study yourself, you know, get to know yourself again. I constantly took myself on dates, you know. My friends used to laugh. I take myself to Cafe Nero. I sit down and write in my journal and then read past it and see where my mind was at, because a lot of the times you have thoughts and you forget them, you know, and these thoughts sometimes I would notice were reoccurring, and I could highlight them actually and say, you know what, you said I hate this quite a lot. Let's go back and let's actually say, all right, what do you hate about it? Do you get what I'm really quiz yourself. Like, I cannot stress enough how getting to know yourself, and it's a constant thing. Don't stop, you know, because as life keeps going, you're going to keep changing, you know, and you're going to have to keep reinventing yourself.
Biggest facts.
So I feel like for me, it's like, if what I'd say to that person is definitely keep a journal first. And I promise you, take yourself out, whether it's dinner, whether you want to kick everyone out the house and have the house to yourself, whether it's through music. Sometimes music is the best way to express yourself, but really
just not Ghana, but yeah.
We were going so well. If you listen to Ghana, that would honestly put you in such a good harmonious place, bro. I'm telling you that for
well, I'm gonna find confidence.
I promise you,
give me a break,
you'll be pushing peace.
Blocking Ghana after this.
But no, you know what? Yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, how do you feel about society and how it's become so normalized to get to surgery? Because obviously, from our point of view, really and truly,
what do men think?
We're just like, in terms of men getting like plastic surgery, your hairline, maybe if you want a beard or your body lipo and that. But for women, for me, we spoke about it before. It's a tough one, because sometimes there's some women that are in situations where they feel like they need to because of something that's happened to them in their lives, where it's like, I just want to feel comfortable. Then there's the other people like, I don't want to go gym, let me just go turkey real quick. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, it's a tough one, because you try and reason with both sides, but at the end of the day, it all comes from a insecurity. And for me, it's like, with that insecurity, where can that lead to? That's my only thing, because once you do one, is that the end? Like, is that gonna keep on going?
I have friends that have actually gone and got their BBL. I have one friend who absolutely loves hers. You know, you can see it in her pictures, you can see it everywhere. You know how there was that TikTok trend where like you have to act like a BBL? Yeah, she was that girl. Do you know what I mean? She loved it. But then I have another friend who is probably gonna go back again, because she said there was a couple things she didn't like about hers, you know. I think in terms of the BBL thing and getting surgery, I can't comment on certain things I wouldn't know about. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because I feel like when I've spoken to them, it's more or less where it's not even just about insecurity, it's about confidence. And if they're telling me, this is Michelle, this is what's going to make me feel confident, who am I to kind of second guess that? Do you get what I'm saying? But obviously, if they start doing their face and their bum, I'm going to be like, listen, whoa.
But that's what I'm
saying.
You
know, that's too extreme.
That's my point.
There is,
like,
I think there is an extreme,
the initial, like, you can say, like, the confidence, it'll make you feel good. Some people do their lips because their lips are smaller if they had bigger lips, or teeth, or like, I don't even know. Does teeth count? Like the veneers and stuff? Like,
like some people take the veneers too far.
But that's what I'm saying. There's a far with everything. So it's like, at the initial stage, sometimes it might not be an extreme. But then it's like, after that, where can it go to? Because like you said, if you were in that position where you was thinking to yourself, maybe I should do this because people said this, I was looking at myself and I wasn't feeling so confident, but then you were able to write in your diary, was be able to find yourself in a sense, and you felt good, surely that means that more people can do something like that, or they're not as open to it.
They can, but like I said, a lot of these people, some are just stubborn, you know. Like, some don't want to hear it. I don't know if you've ever come across a stubborn person, they're not going to hear it. So I think it just depends on who you're talking to.
Don't do that, bro. I'm not stubborn. I'm open ears. I listen.
You see how passionately he was talking about a man he doesn't even know.
You are a bit stubborn. Just a tiny bit.
I do know him. Yeah, let's not do that, but carry on.
But I think, some people are just honestly stubborn. I think it just depends on who you talk to, you know. And a huge majority are very easily led. You know, they see a trend, they follow it. Ghana.
Let's stop. I will actually leave. like honestly, he's taken enough abuse today. Like, it's honestly enough. It's honestly enough.
But you're right though.
Yeah, I think it just depends on who you're talking to. Like I said, my friend, I can reason with her and be like, listen, okay, if you're doing this, do A, B, and C. I think personally, as a friend, that's all I can do. But at the end of the day, these are actually people's lives.
Facts.
And like I said, I don't want to feel...
And it's their prerogative at the end of the day. If they want to
100%.
do it, then I feel like they should be allowed to do it. But for me, it's not necessarily... That's not the argument. I think the argument is people and guys almost being, let me not say forced, but encouraged to accept it, right? And I feel like me as a guy,
you don't want to accept it?
No, I accept it. Facts.
Would you go with the girl?
See, this is my thing, right? I couldn't necessarily see myself settling down with somebody who's had surgery. And the reason, and when I say surgery, I mean something like a BBL or a boob job. And the reason I say that is because I don't see how
lips.
I get that as well.
Like anything
that's an enhancement, quote unquote enhancement. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And the reason I say that is because I don't see how you could teach my kids self-love when you didn't teach yourself self-love. You weren't kind of like, how you gonna tell my daughter, nah, your lips are beautiful, like your body's amazing, but you're sitting there with a BBL and but we don't even look the same. My mum don't look like I couldn't do that. That's just my personal preference. But I feel like when I voice that, now I'm body shaming. Do you know what I'm saying?
I do hear where you're coming from. I think it's one of them topics where I don't think there's a right or a wrong side.
Big facts.
I think it's just a thing of a matter of opinion and respecting it.
Yeah.
I think guys are allowed to say, listen, like you said, I don't want a girl with a BBL because of A, B, and C. But then I do also think the girls are allowed to say, no, but I still feel confident in my
100%.
BBL. And I'm able to tell my daughter, listen, girl, you know, this is what I did because it made mommy confident, and that's it. And that'd be the end of the discussion. Do you know? I feel like the ones that scare me isn't the BBL, you know, it's the face altering ones. I don't know why. But
it's
those
because
ones,
it's more in your face, literally, right?
Yeah, it's honestly in
it's
my
more evident.
Yeah.
You know, some people's BBLs you can't even tell. Right?
Yeah, it looks
Whereas
proper
when you get your
natural.
lips done, it's evident. Do you know what I'm saying?
Some girls think it's so fun. Like it looks
the nose,
like
yeah.
the nose.
The nose.
Hear me
is
out. If you guys see me with a different nose, though, don't know what
There's no. I'll be like, hey, come on, Mish. Like, right in that.
My eyes like this, just to remind me.
I think that it's not something that I've ever sat down and really contemplated about. But just whenever I'm asked the question off the cuff, my initial reaction is 100%. If that's something that you feel to do, and that is an insecurity that you almost want to eradicate, then feel free to do that. But I don't think that you can expect people to be comfortable with it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But again, it's just a matter of opinion, like you say.
Yeah, I don't think whenever people say because I've had a group discussion where the girls are getting angry at the guys because the guys are like, nah, bruv, like I don't want to go with the BBL.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, you're just mad because she's gonna be, and it's like, nah. I feel like at some point we have to just let people have opinions. Do you know what I mean? I don't think you can have an opinion on a girl. If he was talking about, say if you were talking about me per se, and I actually got a BBL, then it's offensive.
That's different, yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? But if it's a thing where it's a group discussion, even if I did, then that's fine.
Yeah.
Everyone has
but
their
even
own
at
opinion.
that, I wouldn't like tell people that they should do that because, or even be comfortable to talk about people in those environments if they've got that, unless they spark the
bring it
conversation.
up.
Because realistically, like we've said, it's come from somewhere. So it's like,
also,
if
how do you know though? You know, some of them look natural.
Yeah,
biggest facts.
Some of them look like my girls looks really natural.
That is true.
And especially when they're, you know what's so funny? A lot of black girls are getting fillers now.
Yeah, I've seen that
And
more
I
as well.
actually see it a lot more than I've seen. One of my girls came back and she's actually got filler. She looks beautiful, by the way. Absolutely amazing. But it's just shocked me that I don't know why I always thought it's a white girl thing.
But that's what I'm saying.
Do you know what I mean?
It's
I always
become
thought
so
it's
normal though. It's what I used to see on like Towie and
yeah.
But
maybe
that's
it's
what
a
I'm saying.
cultural thing. Maybe it's not necessarily a thing where they're actually trying to alter the way they look per se.
Yeah.
It's to be a part of the culture.
And it's so much
Maybe.
easier to get. Like you don't have to pay that much as well.
Yeah.
There's so many different
everyone does
alternatives.
fillers,
There's
yeah.
like, you know how many different places. Before it was so rare. Now you can
literally
go
had to fly
so
to
many.
Turkey.
Yeah. Now you
Yeah.
can go anywhere to get it. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, you know,
Did you see
each
the
to their
one
own.
with the guy that's trending where he
Nah.
got fillers?
A guy.
There's a guy.
No, I ain't seen it.
No.
If I find it later, I'll
send
send it to you.
Do you know a question I wanted to ask you? If your hairline started to say bye-bye, would you go Turkey and get it refixed?
No, because I think I'll be very nice bald.
Oh no, hear me out. My man cannot be bold. I am telling him wherever he is, look me, hear me, listen to me.
Wow.
Listen to me very carefully. I am not doing.
See,
I will fly you myself. I will fly you myself.
No, but you know
You're paying for the hair transplant.
I will pay for it. I will pay for it. I'll pay the deposit. We'll go now. We'll ask Tiger where he got his. I am not doing it.
The thing is,
for me to be stroking air. No.
See, that's wrong. Do you know
That's
what I mean? Because more time. You see, with girls and why it's unfair. You lot can wear wigs. You can wear the leave outs. You don't even have to have that much hair. You can actually be bold under your wigs. Now. But that's what I'm saying. That's a norm now. I'm very traditional in a sense where if my hairline is receding and it's going to a place that I don't want it to go, God willing that it does not do that. And I don't think it will, because my dad's hairline's calm. But if it does, then I'll accept my fate. I don't don't personally think at this stage right now, because it might change. Do you know what I mean? It might become easier.
You see it just creeping back. Like,
and I know a couple men that have done it as well, and they're like comfortable. But I also know men that have done it and said, "No, I'm going bold," because it just don't feel the same. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I find it interesting that it's not looked at as the same though. You know, like if a man goes and gets a hair transplant, it's not looked at like a woman getting a BBL. It's not. But it's the same thing.
Oh yeah.
But it's because there's levels to it.
No. You man after trim look too different.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
You guys look too
if we just keep it to hair. If we just keep it to hair.
No, we're not keeping it to hair.
They want. No. 5 days a week they can be 5 different people.
I do hear it.
As man, you only have a few choices.
No, but I feel like that's down to you guys and what you guys have set a trend for your own fashion. Do you get? Because I'm pretty sure the same way Pusha P's been pushed, you know, you can push hairlines too and wigs. I promise you. So do you know how many people we've literally just discussed? People follow whatever the trend is. If a huge amount of men decided, no, I don't want to be bold, I want to wear a wig, trust me, it will become normalized. It will become normalized.
I don't think something like that can with my
maybe
friends,
not the UK, because
maybe
way. Not the UK,
but that's what I was even gonna say. If because there was people, obviously, you know, dreads was becoming a trend,
yeah.
Man, were doing extensions.
Yeah, they were.
Is that wrong or right?
Don't do that either. Wait for it to grow.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You see what I mean?
It's just giving me an ick, man.
But why though? Huh? Why would it not be okay for a guy to get extensions when girls do that every week?
I hear it, but I can't speak for all girls. I'm saying me, myself.
Yeah.
If my man tells me, "Oh, babe, are you going to the hair shop?" Yeah. Can you get just extensions, please? Yeah, full C. Oh my God, I think I would just evaporate. I would honestly just evaporate. But you want what? You want to work for me? No.
That is crazy.
No, I'm sorry. What, we're going to the same hairdresser? Oh no, allow it, man. Allow it. I'm okay.
Boy. Are you the type of girl as well? Because I've heard this a little bit.
Yeah.
Where they also don't like to go and date a guy with longer hair than them.
Oh, nah, man. It depends. Have you watched the new season of Too Hot to Handle?
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Yeah.
You see Patrick?
The Hawaiian don that looks like he's from Lilo and Stitch.
I can't do that because it doesn't suit him.
Right.
But if it suited him,
you say Lilo and Stitch, your job, man. That's funny.
He does look like he would.
I hear it.
If cartoonized, he would be in that.
I hear it.
Wait, he looked like who?
Lilo and Stitch. You know that?
Oh yeah.
Moana and them people.
Yeah.
But I feel like it depends if it suits him. Honestly, honestly, the same with dreads. I don't prefer anything as long as it suits you.
Yeah.
As long as it suits you, I'm fine. Just don't do anything crazy like dye hair pink or green.
Mohawk.
I'm not supporting any of that. I'm just say this. So this is your man. No.
Not claiming them. This has been a quality podcast. I feel like I've learned a lot. To be honest.
And I know that it's gonna help people.
Yeah, man.
You guys are really funny.
I know, but now that you've been on an episode,
yeah.
After having watched ones previously,
yeah.
Now you've got a vibe for the fact that I carry it, right? Like every time we do one of these episodes, like I feel like
first reaction wasn't you know.
It was Nah, because you know what it is, right? Here's the thing. There's been so many occasions where I've got DMs from people saying, "Oh, you're really funny, but you see the brother you do it with you."
I've asked for proof. There's no proof. Yeah.
Hear me out. I think you guys balance each other. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, that's such a nice thing to say.
You vibe off each other. It's good. There's a chemistry there.
Thanks for coming as well. You added a lot. and I
thank
feel
you for
like
having
you.
me, man.
You gotta come back on,
Yeah,
so we can
100%.
talk properly about other stuff, like because we didn't really get to go in depth on
into
certain
we will just talk about things next
things.
that I wanted to. I've been calm. I didn't want you to feel uncomfortable. I wanted you to, got you the
So,
juice.
you
Make you feel
just
comfortable.
easy me into
But-
it. Okay, fair enough.
Next time you come here, don't disrespect Gunnar. Don't disrespect American artists because
Yeah.
they're better.
But
You
before we
guys.
go, plug your socials.
Yeah,
Where can
yeah,
people
yeah.
find you? Where can people find
They've
you?
probably seen her because she's
Yeah.
got a lot of followers.
No, you'd be surprised. You know, my followers are actually American.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
majority of them are
interesting.
actually American. They're not.
And your boy in Ghana, hey, unfollow her. Unfollow her right
Look, I say,
now.
Laura, I need you. No, it's Mish J for most of them. MISHHHJ.
Nice.
And then I have.
Someone had the original in it.
Yes! It's
So
annoying.
jarring, isn't it?
It's so annoying. And when I asked to buy it, they weren't messaging me back.
Ugh.
And then I'll have another one that I'm recently starting called Okay, Hear Me Out, because I say that a lot. So it's going to be just me chatting shit, really.
Oh,
And,
Nice.
yeah, they're always like, apparently they like that, you know.
Okay, hear me out. I like that.
I like that
Yeah.
because I was waiting for the drop, but then I realized that's what it's called.
Okay, hear me out. Yeah.
No, that's sick. That's sick. That's
Nice.
sick.
But
Have you got videos already?
No, I've got videos, but I haven't posted them yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, let us know, man. We'll promote that as well, man.
100%.
you.
100%. But you've been locked into the OTR podcast. Big thanks to Mish J for passing through. We'll be back again next Sunday.
See you guys later. Push and pee.
Oh my God.